On New Year's Eve, the boss changed the price of the noodle soup from 8 yuan to 5 yuan. Even though the restaurant was packed with customers, table number 2 in the corner remained empty. That was New Year's Eve 18 years ago. Everyone would enjoy a lavish New Year's Eve dinner on this day, but this family of 3 had only ordered 1 bowl of noodle soup for 2 consecutive years. This was their 3rd year. The mother and her 2 sons came to the restaurant punctually once again. This year, the 2 brothers had grown much taller. The mother no longer wore a worried expression on her face, and this time, they ordered 2 bowls of noodle soup. The boss, as usual, added an extra portion for them. The sons had become more considerate. They competed to let their mother taste the first bite from their bowls. This was the first time in 2 years she truly tasted the flavor of the noodle soup. It really was as delicious as her sons had said. Looking at her thoughtful children before her, she thanked them from the bottom of her heart. 2 years ago, her husband had died in a car accident. The family was left with enormous debts as a result. Thanks to her eldest son's daily effort delivering newspapers and her youngest son cooking for them at home, she could focus on work with peace of mind. Finally, today, she had successfully paid off all the debts. At this moment, the eldest son also shared some good news. A month ago, the older brother had attended the younger brother's parent-teacher conference in place of their mother who was working away from home. The younger brother's excellent essay titled "A Bowl of Noodle Soup" was praised by the teacher at the meeting, and he was asked to read it aloud.
因为母子3人走了很远，最后到了临街的小馆，我们3人只叫了1碗汤面。面店的伯伯和伯母竟然最后还向我们道谢，并且祝我们新年快乐。那声音好像在鼓励我们坚强勇敢地活下去。我长大以后也要开面馆，也要对每一个客人说谢谢，加油，祝你新年快乐。
Hearing this, the boss's wife couldn't hold back anymore. She hid in her husband's arms and wept quietly. From then on, the story of A Bowl of Noodle Soup became a beloved tale throughout the neighborhood. Every New Year's Eve, the boss and his wife would reserve an empty table, waiting for the mother and her 2 sons to visit. And they waited for 15 years. During those 15 years, the restaurant's business was incredibly successful. Every customer would order a 5 yuan noodle soup on New Year's Eve. They would compete to have the boss's wife tell the never-tiring story of a bowl of noodle soup once more. And when uninformed customers tried to sit at that reserved empty table, everyone would spontaneously stop. But for those 15 years, that table never welcomed its intended guests. Just then, a voice both strange and familiar came from outside the door.
老板，您这汤面还卖5块钱1碗吗？
The boss could no longer recognize the tall, handsome young man before him, but the familiar face that appeared next made him choke up. After 15 years, although the mother's hair had turned completely white, her face radiated a smile full of happiness. The younger son had graduated from college this year. The older son had returned from studying abroad. Hearing this, the boss could no longer find complex words to say. He just kept nodding.